my experience of the gift gatherings was not only did I learn some incredible information on how the human body moves and how to use that information to try to create strategies to create change for myself and my clients and people that I get to work with. But also there was this community that you guys built. Geez, Gary, when I went, there was a guy who was the head strength and conditioning coach for the American football team, the Seattle Seahawks. There was the dude from the University of Texas. Like, there were some super impressive human beings in that room with great minds. And one of the great things from those gift gatherings was the community that you guys created. Is that part of the philosophy? Okay, is to teach some amazing stuff, but it's also to build a community.
Yeah, I think it's the whole philosophy. There's a lot of talented people out there that know a lot of things, and but what we want to do is create an environment where everybody felt comfortable and everybody, felt like their opinion mattered, and more than that, just the opportunity to make friends. Especially when you get a little older like me, obviously you reprioritize life. And when we decided to do gift, it was selfishly about making new friends. Yeah, we talked about the subtalar joint and all that kind of stuff, but that was just an excuse to get you there. So you fell for it, and
I'm one of the lucky few.
Yeah, and a lot of people have fallen for it, but we didn't understand the significant impact of community. We didn't know how powerful it would be to bring people like yourself and other people in that left their ego at the door and came in and just said, "Hey, we're just here to see if we can get people better." And when that's a common denominator, it's a selfless common denominator, then good things happen. But I don't think Dave and I ever dreamed it'd be as powerful as it's turned out to be. Kind of once a gift fellow, always a gift fellow, but once a friend, always a friend. So it is a powerful community. I appreciate you sharing that.
Hey, maybe what we should do for those people that haven't had the experience that I have, or even understand what the Gray Institute and the gift program is, would you mind two things? Would you share what the Fellowship of Applied Functional Science is, and then would you go as far to share when you had the inception for that idea?
Yeah, the fellowship is a result of, believe it or not, 50 years of confusing people. So, the bad news is as I've been making mistakes and learning, I've been sharing that. So I've been sharing a lot of things that have been off base. I've been sharing a lot of things that just weren't right. And as I've tried to learn, and Dave has tried to learn, the nice thing is we've gone along this with a lot of people just like yourself. And it finally got to a point where people said, we want to go as deep as we can. And we said, well, if we're going to go deep, we need everybody's help. It can't just be us. And so we have to create an environment where the best of the best show up. But still, don't feel intimidated. Even though you thought, hey, I was next to this strength coach for the NBA team or an NFL team stuff, their story is, wow, I got to sit next to this guy by the name of Andrew, and he's a stud athlete and plays rugby and he does a lot of water sports, and he just knew his stuff really well. So that's the fun part. So we decided, it's been 19 years, it's hard to believe, ago, that we would do kind of an advanced degree program where, strangely enough, you don't get an advanced degree. so all you get is a whack on the head from Dave Tiberio and says, you're now a gift fellow. But what we've done is we put our whole heart and soul in basically saying this: if somebody is kind enough to give us their time and effort and skill set for that long of a time, 40 weeks, and they're even kind enough to come to Adrian a couple of times. You came, I believe, 3 times, and now just because of the COVID, we snuck it down to 2 times, but actually added a day on the end of those. If you're kind enough to allow, we're going to just give you everything we got, and then you can pull out what you want. So our probably the greatest weakness of gift is we throw too much at you. The greatest strength of gift is we throw too much at you. And so the discerning clinician picks out the parts they want, and kind of goes from there. So it's like I said, Dave and I had never dreamed it would, we thought it'd last a year or two. We thought, about 2 years into this, no one else is going to be interested. But people are interested because they run into people like you and they go, oh, wait a minute. You still have this huge passion for helping people. You have this huge passion for learning, and you have an interesting skill set that puts the body together, that really knows the connectedness of, the body itself. Where did all that come from? Now, we know it didn't all come from gift, but we know we might have created an environment to facilitate that, to give you that understanding. So when people admire, the Andrew Coxes of the world, then they go, hey, I'd like to be a gift fellow too. So it kind of means something now, especially in the United States. I'll get calls from high-end pro teams and high-end college teams, and they say, I need a gift fellow. I said, what do you want, a trainer? Do you want an athletic trainer? Do you want a physical therapist? No, they say, I want a gift fellow. I just want somebody that finally understands what my athletes are doing. So it's been, and again, Dave and I have learned more than anybody else. And when I think back 18, 19 years ago, what I knew and understood, it's kind of embarrassing. And even though I can go back to some of the things we've done, and there's some fundamental things that are still pretty solid, what we've learned from the gift fellows, and that's the other con. People are paying us to come and teach us, and that's like,
it's a great gig, mate.
Yeah, that's like, okay, that's a pretty good deal. So that's what gift is. Gift is definitely not for everybody, and not everybody's for gift. But so far, I think everybody's taken it, said, I think that was worth my while. That was definitely worth my time and my effort, and my investment. So it's been a joy.